Hey there, so I want this review to be as useful to as many people as possible, really, that are looking for VPNs to, well, get VPN tasks done as reliably and as consistently as possible. So, what are the VPN jobs that you might be looking to do? Well, if you're trying to access Netflix libraries or any kind of streaming service that is not available to you at the moment because you're abroad, or maybe you're trying to access foreign streaming libraries, then ExpressVPN works perfectly for that. I'm connected to the UK server at the moment, as you can tell, and if I go to Netflix, you'll see that Friends is available, which does align with the fact that Friends is available in only these 6 countries. One of them is the UK. How ironic. An American sitcom is not available in the American Netflix library. So because of things like that, people want to use VPNs. And for something like that, ExpressVPN is arguably the best. And I'm not exaggerating here. ExpressVPN truly does excel at making its traffic look like normal traffic so that you're easily able to access services that usually wouldn't allow other VPNs that are less reliable than Express to access them. So this thing is called obfuscation, and Express has its obfuscation turned on by default at all times, which is what you need if you're trying to access any kind of streaming library or service or online shop or whatever it is that is not available in your current location. And you have 100 countries at your disposal. And one of the unique things about Express is that it has all the states available. Unlike a lot of other VPNs where they have, let's say, servers in 10 or 15 states, Express is literally covering all of them, which is great. Okay, now what other uses could ExpressVPN be incredibly reliable for? Well, I want to talk about something relevant, and that is age verification. So, as you can tell, or as you may have heard, age verification is basically taking effect not just in the UK, but in a lot of other places as well. And the whole thing is centered around forcing you to give up your ID in order to use specific services. And this doesn't just relate to adult content, it's all kinds of other content. As you can tell right here in this specific subreddit, asking about the stupidest things that were banned or hidden with the new Online Safety Act. And there are a bunch of examples, but one of the more harmless ones is UK beer. So if I wanted to access this, it won't let me access it, and I would have to verify. And if I click on verify, it'll take me to this page right here. And this is Persona. Persona is the company that has partnered with the UK government in order to collect all the IDs from citizens. So if you'd rather not be the one that is submitting your ID, again, it is very simple. I'm just going to go back here. I know it's going to, again, ask me to verify. So if I were in this situation, I would just go to, let's say, any American city. This is not going to be age restricted in American cities. So I'm just going to go ahead and refresh, and you'll notice that the subreddit is now available. It's as easy as it gets. Okay, so it works for Netflix and it works for age verification, and it does so very reliably. Okay, now what's the caveat? Well, the caveat used to be that ExpressVPN was significantly more expensive than other top VPNs like Nord and Surfshark. But that's no longer the case because now they do offer a 2-year plan, and that makes it so much cheaper than it used to be with the 1-year plan, which was offered at around $6 a year. But now it's much more affordable at just over $3 a year for the 2-year plan. And I'll be sure to put a link in the description if you want to grab the best available discount for Express. But that's just generally how it works. The longer term plan will always save you more in the long term. So I wouldn't really say that pricing is an issue anymore for ExpressVPN. It's no longer one of the most expensive VPNs. The only thing that I might nitpick with ExpressVPN is the fact that sometimes it doesn't really give me the best servers for gaming. Now, if you don't game, or you don't need a VPN for gaming, or you don't use a VPN for gaming, then this doesn't really concern you. But overall, for gaming, I would go with something like Proton VPN if gaming is your focus. But for everything else, really, honestly, Express is one of the easiest VPNs to recommend to anybody because anyone can use it. You know, a lot of VPNs tend to complicate it with their user interface and they try to be impressive and whatnot. Express really don't care about any of that. They just have basic features like the kill switch, split tunneling. some tracker blockers and ad blockers, and even easy parental control if you decide to activate that. And some protocols that you can use, I just like to go with either automatic or the lightweight for the fastest option. And for the kill switch and split tunneling, they're also very useful features. The kill switch is always going to make sure that you don't leak any of your information out, just in case the VPN disconnects unexpectedly. And split tunneling, I'm going to have to turn this off to showcase it to you guys. If I go to options, go to split tunneling, this is just going to let you choose which applications can be routed to the VPN and which cannot. Obviously, you have to turn off lightweight turbo for this to work, so just keep that in mind. But this is Express. It's really as simple as it gets. I've been using it for a few years at this point. It's my #1 choice for streaming. If I want to stream any show reliably, it works super well. I use it basically for everything except for gaming, and it's just because Proton VPN has a really cool feature that turns my NAT type from type 3 to type 2. And that's the only reason I use Proton VPN over Express. Otherwise, if Express had that feature, I would definitely use that because their servers or speeds are great for gaming, but they just don't have that NAT type change feature, which I prefer when gaming. But besides that, Express is hands down one of the best VPNs, if not arguably still the best. It's easily a top 3 VPN, I would say. So if that is something that you're interested in, especially a VPN that doesn't collect any of your information and they have plenty of independent audits to prove that, if that's something that you like and you want to use it for, again, something like protecting yourself while you're on public Wi-Fi, accessing streaming services or online stores that are not available in your current location, avoiding age verification, or keeping yourself protected from any kind of invasive surveillance, no matter what country you're in, and so on. So yeah, Express does work very well, and I would recommend it to beginners, intermediates, and advanced users alike. Unless you're one of the advanced users that really likes to tinker with options and whatnot, then yeah, I wouldn't really recommend ExpressVPN. It's just made to be very simple, really, without complicating things at all, as you can tell by the user interface. That'll be it for this video. I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested in picking up Express at a discount, and any comments, feel free to drop them below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.